Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 423. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to go back out to the Capital Wasteland. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
We are back. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back to celebrate the next main product in the universes beyond...
Nope.
Storyline? Product line.
Sure.
There it is, because excitement.
That's air quotes or code for money. You'd see that if you're watching on YouTube.
Which you should be, because they work really hard, and we love our video editors. All on the shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt today.
Show it off. You could see it if you're watching on YouTube. Now, we're also going to thank some people. We're going to tell some stories. We're going to talk about Fallout a whole bunch. Before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs, and Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They're the second coolest thing to come out of Regina, and the official beer sponsor for CCO Sidewalk Slam Season 2 right here on YouTube.
Look at you go.
Thank you.
I like the rolling CZO.
Yes, CZO.
CZO Sidewalk Slam. Episode or game 3 in season 2 coming out March 15. That's a Friday.
That is a Friday.
That's got to be a Friday. We've said it enough that it's got to be true at this point.
We're willing it to be true. That's a week from when we're recording right now.
Yes, it was a good game. I watched the game in its uncut entirety and cut it down to about 40 minutes or so.
I don't even remember who we played with.
Well, you'll have to watch on March 15th and find out.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, big thanks to Pile of Bones for the wonderful beer that we drank and also continue to drink. I'm going to drink some tonight, actually.
I might
it is
too.
Friday. And we would be remiss if we didn't shout out and thank official sponsors and business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, CCO Summer promo code.
Let me tell you what you can do with that promo code real quick.
Turn that son bitch sideways.
And stick it straight into the promo code line and check out. Save yourself 5% off stuff that you're going to buy anyway.
I was hoping you'd say that.
And you know what I bought anyway? What? Invocation Counterspell. Oh, I'm balling out of control. See, I've aggressively foiled my decks to the point that now I have to buy
counterspells for your good friend Ryan so I can stop you from playing those spells?
No.
Oh, frick.
No, you can have my Strixhaven Mystical Archive
one that I can't read and I don't know what it is. I think it's probably like an opt.
No, Mystical Archive, like the English ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're cool, but not Yu-Gi-Oh card cool.
Okay, I got two things.
Also got a capsize.
This is what that's a good one. Foil.
Invocation. They're all going in the same deck.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've decided that all of my interaction is going to be invocations or nothing.
You are a piece of trash if you're playing capsize and counterspell in the same deck. Who are you? Me?
Not coma.
I'm going to put you in a coma.
What I'm doing is I'm cutting everything else that could like help me win except for coma.
That sounds like I would do that.
It's the most Voltron deck that I can possibly build. It's coma or things that make more comas, and that's it.
This is what I imagine. You just peeling your skin off, and you're Brian from DDO.
I mean, yeah, that's... Yes, and you know what? The deck still beats the shit out of everybody.
Oh yeah, coma's good. Coma's
crazy.
Good. I got two. Okay, I'll tell you one thing that I got. Used CCO Summer promo code, and I'll tell you one thing that I'm gonna get.
Okay,
the thing that I got.
Thing you got.
Lord of the Rings showcase poster art. Sauron the Dark Lord.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a solid
good.
card.
I play that card, and I needed it for my collection.
Drink.
Pile of Bones, of course.
Yes, naturally. The Fruit Loops one that's real good.
Oh yeah.
I got a bunch of it at my house.
Oh no, I got one for you. You'll like this one.
Okay.
Cosmic Celebration. Oh yeah. Just listen to that name.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the name of the beer, and you put it inside your body.
Ooh.
Yeah, now you get it.
Yeah, I like
there
that.
You get it. It's very good.
I thought it was a card.
Currently, it's my favorite one.
That's good.
Yeah. Rebecca likes Scarth Street. You wouldn't like that one as much.
Nobody
but if you
likes Scarth Street.
If you like if you don't want to go there, you can still drink it.
To be fair,
ain't nobody want to go there.
Scarth Street in Regina, if you go during the day, is fine.
Oh.
Around the corner is, I think, Matt, is Regina only got one game store? I think it's around the corner from there.
I have no idea.
And there's a really good bar on there and a really cool clothes shop. It's actually kind of nice.
Well, the next time we don't go there, we won't go.
Correct.
Okay. The second thing that you can buy using CCO Summer or CCO Perks promo code to get 10% kickback is all the Fallout stuff we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm actually excited about this set. I want to get to it. Got a couple little pieces of business, though.
Okay, and I'm also excited about it, but I had a very, I feel, Ryan-esque relationship with this set so far.
Yeah, you put Counterspell in a deck. That's very me.
That's very strange for me.
Yeah, Counterspell, good card.
You know how many decks I play Counterspell in?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You know what? I
This
think
one
I play Counterspell in 1 deck, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that everybody calls me a piece of shit mono blue player. I play 1 copy of Counterspell.
I have 1 copy of Counterspell and 1 Cyclonic Rift.
Ooh.
And 1 Mana Drain.
Oh.
Those aren't all on the same deck, by the by.
Oh, I play Cyclone Rift for lots of decks.
And then
That's a good card, too.
And then all my other counterspells are all in coma.
All your counterspells. What are you playing? Jesse counterspells? Like 6 counterspells, same deck?
They got different arts, though, right?
Jesse.
Makes a difference.
Business.
Business.
Last week's pre-show.
Yes.
Guessing or naming that Fallout robots. Something to do with Fallout robots. I didn't copy and paste the actual robot that they liked the best.
Yeah.
Just noted that they did comment that they did like one.
Good.
And this sounds like a robot.
Okay.
Woj One Eye.
Ooh. Man, that's definitely what he calls his penis.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
The Woji One Eye.
Yeah, it's like, hey, baby, you want to see the Woj? And she goes, what is that? And then he
sure,
whips it out, and she goes, oh. Like, very disappointed like that.
Oh, yeah, the Woji One Eye. Get after us, commandercookout@gmail.com. And it happened again. Somebody got in touch and was like, sure, I'll take a thing. What do I have to do? Let us know if you want a CCO sticker pack, a CCO token pack, or a booster pack of magic cards, and let us know what your address is.
Hang on a goddamn second. Hang on a second. Do you mean to tell me that somebody was watching the show right up to the point where they realized they won
and then
just turned it off? Do they do that every week? They watch the pre-show, then they
to see if they win.
I didn't win, so they turn it off? Like, have you never heard the instructions before? We say them every week.
It's terrible for the algorithm, everybody.
Who's doing that?
I don't know.
Who's doing that?
It's funny, though. That's funny. So, Woj One Eye, let us know.
Jeez.
We got a new patron, too.
We do.
If you want to support the show, patreon.com/CCO Podcast is the best way to do it, because that is monthly or per content support to pay for the bandwidth and to pay for the frickin' website and do all the stuff that we do. We got a new patron.
We do.
Needs a nickname.
Probably
does. One of the benefits.
Benefits.
Yeah, he's probably going to change his name in the Discord. Another benefit.
That is a benefit.
That's pretty good.
Lots of 7 out of 10s in there.
Yeah. So this is Mike.
Mike.
Full stop. Just Mike.
Mike. Like capital M.
I-K-E. Mike.
Mike. What do we do with that?
Mike.
Piece of shit. Like, what do we do with that?
Okay, no.
What do we do with that?
Mike, the piece of crap. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, shitty Mike.
I hope he's got a good sense of humor and thick skin.
Yeah, because once he shows up.
Because once he shows up, everybody's getting pink eye.
That's too good a nickname, and Laura will change your Discord name, my friend.
So good. I didn't see if and or when Mike joined. When the Patreon notification came in, then I hop onto Discord and see if there's a bunch of finger blasting going on. But I don't know if you want to finger blast Mike or not.
I mean,
just based on the nick. Well, no kink shaming.
No kink shaming in the nation.
That's another benefit.
Yeah, maybe you're curious about it. I don't know.
All you have to do is not be a dick, and you're going to be welcome here, because everybody's really nice to everybody, even though it doesn't sound like we are.
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, real quick. We said Sidewalk Slam Game 3, March 15th.
We did.
Yep. CCO Top 5 in 5, my favorite legends that I didn't talk about on last week's Legend Show.
Is out now.
It's out now. Yeah.
Yes.
You mostly did yours.
Yes.
Last week.
Yes.
We've got actually a freaking excellent video from John on Gemstone Mine talking about Orcish Bowmasters in cEDH.
Sure.
And it's like 25 minutes long.
Sure.
And I don't play a lot of cEDH, but just listening to him talk about cEDH, I feel like I'm smarter. And I feel like, we'll certainly entertain you. But John will make you smarter.
We will not.
No.
Well, you might. We dropped the knowledge on people. Lots of people got at me after the 1 week where we talk about stuff we get wrong.
Oh, yeah,
about the whole clone thing. Lots of people.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, yeah, man, I got that. I've been doing clones.
Oh, you know
my
what?
life.
I changed my life. I had one of those the other day. A guy sacrificed a merfolk that says if a creature comes into play, if it wasn't cast from your hand, exile it instead.
Yeah.
In response to a guy searching for 2 creatures with Defense of the Heart. And he was like, no, I'm going to see what you have, and then I'm going to sacrifice this. And I said, well, hold on a second. Let's read the errata on Defense of the Heart, because I think it's a triggered ability that triggers at the beginning of your upkeep if you have an opponent with 3 or more creatures, and that was us. And I was like, if you wait to see what he gets, he's already got them.
Yeah.
And that's the clone thing, right? So yeah, look at us helping us.
Yeah, look at us go,
What's up,
right?
bitches?
Yeah, people learning shit.
Yeah. Okay. Fallout. Let's learn some stuff about Fallout. Okay. I have, before we get to the showcases and special treatments and basics, all the cool stuff that we really like to pimp and show off and kind of the stuff.
Right.
If you don't care about the new cards, but you care about reprints or you care about showcases or actually really cool basics and stuff.
There's some neat stuff here for you.
We're going to get to that. But first, let's get to the new abilities and what I think your first peeve is going to be. Let's get the peeves out of the way.
Oh yeah, peeves.
So we could peeve all over each other, and then we can finish on like a happy ending.
As we do.
Yes. We'll give the old CCO rub and tug.
Yeah.
Okay. Which are totally legal here. You told me that the other day.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, well, maybe
we could go to one after the show if we wanted.
Hey.
Yeah, do whatever we want.
Okay, junk tokens. This is kind of like
scrap tokens. Yeah, they're just artifacts that kind of chill there and do stuff. They exist. You know what? It's another artifact token, the same critique I would offer upon it, just like with maps, just like with clues, just like with blood. It's just another goddamn artifact token. It's here. Yeah,
and I think by and large a junk or a scrap goes into a deck that cares about making a whole bunch of artifact tokens regardless of what they are, and benefits from artifact ETBs or sacrifices, or animates them all into 4/4 creatures and like overruns you, right?
Yes.
But for the record, tap, sack this artifact, exile the top card of your library, and
you can play at the start.
You can play it, activate only as a sorcery.
Sure.
That's fine. I think if there's a good card that gives you junk incidentally, you won't say no to that card.
No,
because
that's fine.
Having junk tacked onto something will probably make the card better.
But if it's just a junk making card, you probably aren't gonna bother with
it. A junk making card.
Yeah,
that's a funny thing to say.
You're just gonna play clues instead.
Okay. Rad counters. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Junk is like free clue, but you got to do it now.
Yeah.
And clue is like do it whenever you want, but it'll actually cost you mana.
Yeah.
So I don't know, take one or the other, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's like blue card draw or red card draw. If you're playing an Is It deck, what are you going to run? The chaos draw that like maybe lets you draw a little bit cheaper, or the blue card draw that's like instant speed
and it draws you
and
a card.
It draws you a card, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to want some things in some decks, I guess. That's the golden rule in Magic is if every card's wrong and you just got to know, right? Okay.
Rad counters.
I think rad counters are actually cool.
I
want to see the rad deck. And that's one of my notes. One of my notes is actually that I think the rad deck, like the precon,
right,
and the custom made rad deck is also going to be cool.
I feel like this is going to be one of those ones that just it's going to filter itself into your mill decks. Not necessarily Ryan's, who has 25 of them, but I feel like people are going to play them in their mill decks probably.
Okay, so let's get this straight here. Okay, so let's say I play a card that gives you a rad counter.
Right.
Okay, so you got one rad counter.
I do.
And you could have 1 or none or 50, any number.
Yes.
Okay. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you mill cards equal to the number of rad counters that you have. For each non-land that you mill this way, lose a life and lose a rad counter.
Yes.
So you continue to do that if you mill a card and it's a land.
Yes.
Land doesn't get rid of your rad counter.
Correct.
Land does get rid of... Oh, sorry.
Non-land does.
Gets rid of rad counter and makes you lose 1 life.
That's right.
So if I gave you like 100 rad counters...
Yes.
you'd probably die.
You just lose.
Yeah, or overturn, overturn, like 50-50, right? Like you kind of have 50% of your cards are land, 50% are not land. If I give you 10, you'd lose 5. The next turn you'd lose 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The next turn you'd lose 1. Next turn you'd maybe lose 1, maybe not, right? Because it's half-life. It's 50-50. You slowly lose your radiation.
Yeah.
I think it's flavorful.
It's neat.
I
yeah.
love the mechanic because you might want to give yourself rad counters.
Sure.
Rad myself. Yeah, right? So I think that one's cool.
Land decks are going to play that.
I think so. There's a land radfall? Landfall.
Sure.
Yes. That's on my list.
Yes.
We see the return of energy.
We do.
We're not going to get into it, but cards give you energy, and energy is something that you can use to pay for shit that
People know what people wanted. It's here. I'm happy for you.
I talked a little bit about energy in my top 5 in 5 because I think that there's actually some combos now with energy cards.
Right.
Cast an artifact, get an energy, sack an energy to put a +1, remove a +1 to get a mana. That sounds like dirtly artifact bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, well, get prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm already here.
Prepare your anus. We see proliferate come back. Prepare your anus for that.
Yeah.
We see squad come back, which
Whatever.
I got one squad card that actually might go in Animar.
Sure.
That's pretty good.
That's spot. Sure.
pretty good.
Why not?
And
Is it Gary Clone? No, it's not Gary Clone. Gary Clone's white.
well, here's the first one: Powder Ganger, Powder
Ganger.
Powder Ganger. 2/2 human rogue for red 2 squad 2.
Yeah.
So if Animar's got like 10 counters, I just squad 5.
Sure.
And every time you squad them, you get an additional
Him.
So as an additional cost to cast this spell, you can pay 2. That's the squad 2. Any number of times. It's like kicker. When this creature enters the battlefield, create that many tokens that are a copy of it.
Neat.
It's like multi-kicker. Sure.
Yeah.
When Powder Ganger enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact.
Sure.
Man, if he had flash, man, I would play that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh, frick that card. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So then we see a couple other things return, like, I don't know, treasures and just shit that we already know.
One mutate card.
There is one mutate card.
Just one.
And
Why isn't there more? Should have been lots.
I didn't think of that. This is a set that has lots of mutant creature types.
This was our one chance for it to make sense. I understand why they didn't do it. Mutate is complicated. People hate it. The more that exists, and if it was pushed and really actually strong, it would probably cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you know what I just said in my head when you said this is our one chance? You know what I said in my head?
Ninja Turtles.
No, I said,
Oh.
man, we could do Godzilla mutate cards. We already did that.
Yeah, we already did. That's where they came from initially.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles would be a good one.
Ninja Turtles would be fun.
Yeah, except they'd have to be middle-aged now, hey?
No, they just be teenage. They don't grow up.
Maybe
Look,
that's part of their mutation. They stay young forever.
They're like Bart Simpson, right? He's been 10 for 30 years.
He's a mutant?
Well, that's why he's yellow, man. What do you think they're yellow for? The hell?
They got liver disease.
Why do you think his hair is the same color as his fucking head?
Oh, well, have you seen my hair and head? Anyways, we
Jesus.
have got in front of us other cards as labeled on Scryfall, but they are the, what do we call those? The borderless showcase treatments?
They're the borderless Pip-Boy showcase treatment cards. They take up the same slot as like the special guests from the last few sets.
Okay.
That's where these are.
And only in collector boosties, because only collector boosties exist.
There is only collector boosties for this set. So now
Let's get into the next peeve. Like, I knew this. I knew we were going here.
And this is it. What did I praise for the whole Doctor Who
I
set
got
review?
you. When you buy the 4 precons, you get every card in the expansion.
Correct.
If you want them in foil or showcase or this or that, special printing, serialized, blah, 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 because you're a whale and you have lots of money, or you use this Fusion promo code.
That's right.
And save money, you can get the pimp stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case with these?
That is not true here, because you're not going to get the Pip-Boy cards, which again, fine. But these aren't cards that were printed in the decks by and large.
Okay, so there's 9 of them. Farewell, Ravages of War, which is actually quite expensive.
Which is an expensive reprint.
V-Blast, Arcane Sig, Command Tower, Sol Ring, Nuka-Cola Vending Machine, Crucible of Worlds, Wasteland.
So
Now,
Wasteland, Crucible of Worlds, Farewell, Ravages of War, not present in the decks
okay.
at large.
Arcane Signet and Command Tower, Sol Ring, of course, those all are, because those are commander staples in every precon. But
exactly.
not the Pip-Boy versions in the precons, of course.
That's right. And the The VATS version of cards, I'm going to scroll up and find some of those. Just a second.
The VATS, is that like the real techie looking versions?
Yes.
Okay.
These are all reprints for the most part. Some of them are the commanders from the decks as well.
Yep.
But if you want these, like if you want the Grave Titan or the Lord
Hornet
of the
Queen
Undead.
or the Tarmogoyf. Hey, look at that, hey?
Right? Not present in the set. Only in the collector booster box. So these are like reprints that aren't really reprints, and I don't like that.
Okay, so I'm looking at West Tech Tyrant.
Yep.
Right there is Grave Titan, and it's got like the little subtext under the main name line to tell you that it is Grave Titan.
Yep.
So if I want that, I could play Grave Titan,
or
I could open up a collector pack and get that.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a small peeve. It's a small peeve, but these are reprints that you could have just put in the decks, and they didn't.
You want Grave Titan as West Tech Tyrant in the precon?
I want Grave Titan in the precon.
Oh, well, what's in the precon that's
not Grave Titan, not Tarmogoyf,
well,
not Ayula Queen Among Bears.
People would complain if there's a Tarmogoyf in a precon.
I know, but it's just these are things that. Why couldn't they use things that were in the precons already and attach Fallout monikers to them, thereby making it so when you buy the product,
you get all of it.
You get all of it.
Yes.
That was so cool about Doctor Who.
Yes.
If you go out and plunk down your money, you get every card.
Well, I got two answers there, and then we'll take a quick break.
Whereas here it's like, they push towards the ultra exclusive, let's be honest, they're really expensive collector boosters.
Yes.
Or singles, which is fine.
Yeah.
Singles in these sets based on experience so far. You've been collecting Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
I was looking for some Doctor Who stuff. It's not like they're easy to find.
Yeah.
Like the singles aren't just plentiful like with everything else, right?
Yeah.
You can't just go out and grab them. And with that being the case, let's say you're a huge Fallout fan and you just want the Fog Crawler, the Vigor.
Yep.
The odds of you finding one are low, and that sucks. When you could have just bought the damn precon and got it.
I got three answers for you now.
Okay.
I got three answers. That first one is helping them stay exclusive for people who care about secondary market value and collecting and opening up and being a kid and getting the Fog Crawler and saying, I'll trade you for your whatever.
Yeah, and excitement.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, and you're letting the cynicism creep in to what would have normally been like a good reason. The second one is they're exactly doing the excitement, give us more excitement into our pockets, please. And that's really cynical, but I'm sure there is part of that is the decision or is the reason they do this.
Of course it is.
The third one is, and you know more about Fallout than I do, but let's say West Tech Tyrant is Grave Titan is something that really thematically makes sense, that somebody who designed that card, who also loves Fallout and loves Magic, said, this is the perfect mashup, and I want somebody who loves Fallout and Magic as much as I do, because I'm a designer. I want to put that on a card and have somebody be as excited and happy about it, regardless of money, value, where to get it, blah, 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 because it's a Grave Titan West Tech Tyrant.
That's what secret layers are for.
And you're going to print a secret layer that's got 58 cards. This is how we could go back and forth all night, right?
In this one, it would be 3. You get Specimen 73, you get West Tech Tyrant, Fog Crawler, Inventory Management, and Dogmeat. There's your secret layer. And the rest of these are all just whatever,
You know
right?
what? That reminds me of secret layers back from a couple years ago, 2020, 2021, where there was 2 or 3 secret layers, let's say, from Kaldheim. And they had 4 cards and a secret card in each of them. And from Kaldheim, we got additional cards in the showcase style for $40. And that was just an additional part of the set that you needed to collect. Yeah. They're still doing that, except the secret layers are called collector boosters now because they're the same price.
That's right.
And instead of being 4 or 6 of those cards, there's 46 of those cards. And, I mean, we get more of the thing that we like, but it's at the cost of spending more money if we want to own it all. And that's why we always go back to buy either singles of what you want. Don't try to collect everything unless you're a whale.
Yep.
Or unless you're making like a long-term commitment to something like Lord of the Rings like I am.
Sure.
Didn't spend all my money on it at one time, but
long-term commitment
over
is
the
what
course
that's
of the years when I can find one that's cheap, like the Sauron that I just did.
And if you want to crack boxes, just let me do it for you. Of course, not with this one because I couldn't find one.
That was the last piece of podcasting business.
I couldn't find one.
Brando couldn't find Fallout boxes locally. If you want one and you want to go to Fusion, you can use CCO Summer and ship it to him. Just let him know, and he'll open it and sort it, and we'll film it, and it'll be a piece of content, and he'll thank you for it, and he'll ship it to you with some new CCO stickers.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
In a box.
Yeah.
Ask Ron Carrard. He's got a couple, and a couple of locals have provided me boxes as well to open.
There you go.
And they all show up on this thing. Every card I open shows up to you, unless we talk about it in between. Where it's
there you go.
Hey, can I have this? And sometimes they say, can I have this mountain, please? Yes, you can have the mountain.
Yes, sir.
But the point is, there's lots of good stuff about the thing. We got the bugbears out of the way. With the mutate thing, we talked about the reprints thing.
Bro.
Now we're going to talk about some super fun things.
Oh, bro. We're going to flip over to cards. I've got some praises for the art direction again, and I've got a swath of cards that I want to talk about.
Yeah, I got some
sick.
I've got a couple of Fallout hits and misses flavor-wise that I'm pumped about.
Okay, sick.
Where would you like to start?
Man.
The site that I'm on the basics right now.
Basics, do it, because they're fantastic.
Okay, so there's two types of basics. There's the ones that are reminiscent of the more modern Fallout games, 3 and forward. Those are the ones that are like the big spectacle ones where there's a person looking at a mountain stronghold.
It's like you're in the third person looking at somebody playing the game.
Yeah, and then there's the 3/4 perspective landscape ones. Those are reminiscent of the first two games, 1 and 2. Those are environments that your character would truck around in.
Oh, man.
They are very, very cool. I like them a lot.
I love them both. A little bit, they are fairly digital for me.
Yes.
And not that I'm knocking digital art, but these ones look like video game art.
Yes.
Which is even one step past digital art.
Yeah, I would say that the 3/4 perspective ones actually look like they were lifted directly from the game.
Yes, and you know what? Despite what I just said, I don't hate that.
That's cool.
Because I'm looking at the landscape of Fallout, of a game, and it looks like I'm looking into a window or a computer screen, like I'm playing the game.
And if you want to, what's even the word? If you want to evoke the feeling of that, it's obviously doing it because Ryan's never even seen a Fallout game before.
And when you talk about invoking the theme or the look, the feel, the environment, the nostalgia, whatever the words are to talk about the adaptation, right? When you take one thing and turn it into a new medium, you're adapting it to this new thing. And they've hit it out of the park with these, especially the 3/4 perspective ones. They hit it out of the park with the Lord of the Rings maps. They hit it out of the park in some regards with the Doctor Who stuff. I feel like over and over and over again, every time we get a new basic land full art treatment,
they're killing it on lands.
They're killing it on lands. Why the F are we ever still even getting lands that are half art with the big mana symbol in the text box? Why do we even get that?
I don't know. I think it's a waste of time, and I can't stress enough how big a waste of time I feel it is.
I know the D&D players like it when there's like text on there.
Sure.
Right? Well, you liked it.
I did. I like the ones with flavor text. I like those.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But like
the flavor text
the ones with just the symbol, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, give us full arts and let the artists, like we're blessed to have like the best fantasy artists literally on the planet make art for the game that we play. Like give them the largest canvas you can, right?
Now that I've seen the preview for the show, which is what this is advertising, by the by.
No.
Fallout the Magic Set isn't just a Magic Set, it's also an advertisement for the Prime television program.
Okay,
it looks really cool.
Is it animated or is it real life?
Real life.
Okay.
And it looks really good. I'm not going to lie, it looks really cool. I will be watching it.
Does it look better or worse than what Rings of Power looked? Because Rings of Power sure looked good. Holy mother ass.
Different
genre.
Different genres.
Yeah.
But it nails it pretty good. Like everything that I wanted to see, the power armor guy and dog meat's there and like the big geared vault door. It's on the kind of tongue-in-cheek, really dark humor.
Yep.
It's all there. It's all cool.
That's what I think I really like about some of the art direction and top-downedness of this set's design is there's tongue-in-cheek, really ironic humor. And I'm thinking like, it's not a full-blown comedy.
No.
But also, like I said last week, it's somewhere in between Zombieland and Walking Dead, right? And I appreciate the landscape, the atmosphere, and the post-apocalyptia.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
we
got
can
there.
call it that. Yep.
Yep. But I like the just little bits of satire, the little bits of irony. I feel like I'm interested in Fallout because of this, and that's because they did a fucking good job.
And I think that the characters that they show on the lands, I'm pretty sure that they are the characters from the show. Because there's the power armor guy that you get to see, and then there's the lady in 3 of them. There's the lady that you see, and then I'm pretty sure this would be the ghoul. The ghoul is the zombie guys with no noses.
Yeah,
they're ghouls.
Oh yeah, you don't want to have noses.
They're all mutated and stuff. Not necessarily bad people, just different.
Oh.
Yeah, created sort of by Vault Tech when they made some of the vaults to fail and slowly irradiate the people that lived in them.
Oh.
In preparation for this show, actually, I read what all of the vaults were meant for, all the known vaults.
Oh, wow.
All the control vaults.
I think you used the wrong word, though. Not irradiate somebody, but to radiate them.
To radiate them. Yeah, they radiated him anyway. They made him fucking radioactive until they literally glow in the dark.
And they lost their noses.
Yeah, or they got giant and became insane, even though they were aliens in number 3. The super mutants weren't mutants, they were aliens.
Oh.
Which is, I always thought was stupid, but
okay.
I'm not the one writing this shit.
Okay, well, hey, listen, I've got some cards listed from the new cards if you scroll all the way back to the top.
All the way up to the top?
Yeah, watch this. Watch. I was going to hit home and it would have went up to the home.
Oh, I already did it.
I've got some cards, pseudo-Wooburg order.
Okay.
And as I talk about some of the cards that I really like, and I reread all of them this morning, like over and above what I read as they came out on each day. So I've looked at the set a couple times now, individually and as a whole, and I've noticed some themes, which it's kind of easy to identify because they're mostly in pre-con format that we get the mechanics and themes of each color or color identity mashup.
Here's the counter thing. Here's the equipment and enchantment thing.
Yep.
Here's the mutating thing.
I've got like +1s and small guys in white, right? Like smaller than 3 CMC matters.
Sure.
Which is something that white already does, but this is a new way that they're giving white card advantage, like small guy reanimation. And do I have a card for that? I'm not sure yet. I've got Naya Enchantress.
Yep.
So now we've got red in our Enchantress decks, which is kind of cool.
Kind of neat.
Yep. And the Rad deck in black.
Yep. Or black and blue, I guess.
And that one looks good. That one looks like
kind of neat.
That's my style, man. I just built a Dimir deck, and I have mill decks, and I've thought hard and theorized about mill and played mill a lot to try and get it culturally to a place within CCO Nation that it's okay to play.
Sure.
And try to have that radiate out into greater Magic culture. And then there's just some frickin' funny cards.
Oh, man. You want to talk about a funny card?
Yeah, tell me.
Gary Clone.
I knew you were going to go there.
You knew Gary Clone. So Gary Clone is a human citizen, 1/3 for white and 1 with squad 2, which means you can pay 2 any number of times, as we talked about already, to get more of Gary Clone. Whenever Gary Clone attacks, each other creature you control named Gary Clone gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And very importantly, his flavor text is Gary.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you a video game story, Ryan.
I think you told me the Gary story.
I'm creeping around.
Oh, this is a Brando story.
I find a vault door.
Uh-oh.
I opens it up. I sneak inside. I got my little shotgun. The lights are
He's
down low.
pantomiming holding a gun, everybody.
Yeah. And there's water dripping. Everything's all
got the surround sound
lights
on.
Lights are flickering on and off.
It's dark in your
Going
basement.
through some doors. I'm stealing some stuff. What do I hear? Gary. And I go, what the fuck is that shit? Gary. And I come around the corner and there's this fucking guy. He's crazy. And it's Fallout. So obviously I just
gank him.
Just murk him immediately. But now the sound of my shotgun has alerted all the other Garys that live in this vault.
I think they did that on purpose.
Gary. And they're coming out of the goddamn walls. They're crawling out of the microwave and they're coming out of the toilet. There's Gary clones everywhere. Okay. Oh, man.
Let us know in the comments if you have the exact same experience and traumatization.
Oh, and all of it was encapsulated in this one rectangle of cardboard. That is an amazing card. I love that. Is it good for playing? Sort of. Is it great if you've played Fallout 3? Yes.
I got you. It's a 1/3 human citizen for white 1, squad 2. So there's the clone effect.
Yes.
Is you can just dump as much mana into Gary as you want. And whenever Gary clone attacks, each creature you control named Gary clone gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Yep.
So they just get massive.
They just get big. And
if you just clone them, Azorius clones, build it. There's your deck.
There it is.
And it's just Gary. It's just 7 dwarves. It's literally your 7 dwarves, but take red out, put white in. Just Gary. Just freaking. What if you could have any number of Gary clones, but it's got squad? Just redundant. You want Garys? You got Garys.
More Garys than you can know what to do with.
More Garys than you can mark as they crawl out of a microwave. Okay, I got my first card.
Oh, I love that
I got
card.
my first card.
Continue.
Idolize.
This
card fucks.
Okay, white 1 enchant creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. What the goddamn hell is that?
Yes.
Scrap tokens. There they are.
Scrap tokens. Enchantress deck.
Dirty.
I have 15 things that turn your stuff into trees and elks and pieces of the moon and things that give me double land tapping, but they're actually land enchantments.
Yeah.
Idolize. It's like Ancestral Mask 2.0.
Now, that's later.
Oh, yeah. No, I got that card down too.
No, this is not Ancestral Mask 2.0. This is just everything. This is Rafiki of the Lots on a creature.
Yes.
On an
It's
enchantment.
like that's giving my card. That card gives every single one of my permanents exalted.
Yes. That's exactly what it does. That's exactly what that does.
F.U. Smitty, take note.
There it is, yes.
Because he plays Rafiki still, hey?
Does he?
That's an oldie but a goodie.
That is an oldie but a
Yeah,
goodie,
and he still
indeed.
slaps.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
Rafiki
you
Lots
gotta
is
play,
good.
got to play removal when you're running up against Rafik.
Got to deal with him or not. Vault 102 birthday party. I'm going to talk about that real quick just because it's a big time flavor win. That's the opening scene in Fallout 3. First, you create a 1/1 human soldier token and a food token. That's your character and his birthday cake. Then chapters 2 and 3 are you may put an aura or equipment from your hand or graveyard into play if it was an equipment, put it onto the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control. That's your character getting his presents for his birthday. I really like how they did that. I like that a lot.
And it caters to enchantments and equipments, which white in Fallout is want to do.
Correct.
Oh, baby. You know what my next one is?
Is it this one? No, that's legendary creature. Is it this one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
The crab mutant?
Meyer Lurk Queen. Oh man, this got me written all over it. Somebody from Watsy's doing me a solid here. Okay, this is a crab mutant 4/4 for blue 4. Vigilance.
Okay.
It's pretty good. She attacks, she block.
She attack, she protect.
Okay. When Meyer Lurk Queen enters the battlefield, target player gets 2 rad counters.
Okay.
Okay, so I like rad already and I like crabs. And it's got Vig. Whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled,
Okay.
draw a card, then put a +1/+1 counter on Meyer Lurk Queen. Only triggers once each turn.
But
But if I mill you 1 card each turn, or give you
rad counters,
this does it all.
it does everything.
Goes straight into Brewback Beats. Brewback Beats. You'll have to see how. I think I played Brewback Beats on the Sidewalk Slam that's coming up.
How'd it go?
Well, there was some beating.
I feel like there was probably some beating. I'll bet
There
you,
was
I'll
some
bet you there
beating.
was. Let's talk about Nerd Rage.
Oh yeah, funny card.
Nerd Rage is very funny. This is a perk in the game, so people know what this is. It turns your intelligence score into your strength score.
Oh, I didn't know that, but now I know that.
Is what it does. So in the game, in our game, it's blue 2 enchant a creature, enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. So it's already good.
No, in our game, it's fat guy with butt crack out, smashes table and flips it over.
Yes.
Yes.
Enchanted creature has, you have no maximum hand size, and whenever this creature attacks, if you have 10 or more cards in hand, it gets +10/+10 until end of turn.
Ooh, that could go in my Enchantress deck. Drop a couple enchanties, and then draw. Nerd Rage, draw again.
Yeah.
Hit you for frickin' 16.
Enough.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hit you for enough.
I got one. This is my last blue card.
Okay.
Rad Storm.
Is it
Rad Storm. Okay. Remember when we were never getting Storm back, and in the last 2 sets we got 2 cards that both had Storm?
Yeah.
Okay, Rad Storm is instant, mind you.
Sure it is.
Yeah, for blue 3, it's got Storm. So you copy this spell for each other spell cast before it this turn. Each spell, each player cast, every spell, you're going to get a copy.
Yep.
And the only thing this spell does is proliferate. I want to cascade into Radstorm, and then just like proliferate 4 or 5 times onto all my walkers in my Super Friends Cascade deck.
Do you win after that, or do you just continue to dirtle and do jack shit?
No, I probably mind sculpt you.
Just do jack, eh?
Yeah. You know what? When you say do jack, yeah, you know what? Mostly that deck wins after I do nothing, and then I mind sculpt you, and then I mind sculpt you again.
Yes.
You got any black cards?
Nuclear Fallout.
That was my first black card.
That's the one. So it's black X. Each creature gets twice -X till end of turn.
Twice X.
So if you put 1 into X, everything gets -2. And each player gets X rad counters.
Man, Black Sun Zenith, eat your heart out, hey?
That's a good one.
They get counters. No, sorry, it's minus until end of turn. Okay, so it's not Black Sun.
But it's big minus-y. Like, you're going to be able to kill most things with this.
Yes. So if you put 4 into it, all creatures get -4/-4.
Yes.
Right? Like, if you pay 4 mana. If you put 4 into X, each creature gets -8/-8. That's a 6 mana, probably get everything.
Oh, yeah.
And if I got a 9/9 Sauron, it frickin' lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's going to mill a ton and lose, like, lots of life.
Yes.
Yeah, that card is... And I love the art. It's reminiscent of the American Thanksgiving painting, right?
Yep.
I don't remember what it's called, but maybe Joe will have it on the screen.
American Gothic? No, that's not it.
No, that's the guy with the pitchfork.
Right.
Okay, what about Vault 12, the Necropolis? This is my first and only vault that I'm going to talk about of the day. Okay, so it's a saga for black 4. Chapter 1 is each player gets 3 rad counters, which is, again, already good. You're going to make them lose some life, and each player, so I'm going to mill myself too, remember?
Right.
And I'm planning on that if I'm playing this. Chapter 2, create X 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens where X is the total number of rad counters among players.
That's pretty good.
You might, like, if everybody hits land cards.
That's 9 guys. 12 guys.
12 guys.
No, it's 9 because you... No, it's after your draw step. It's your draw steps. You're guaranteed 3 guys.
You're guaranteed 3.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yep.
Sure.
Because you still have yours, and you don't lose yours until your main phase. And this triggers on your draw step or whatever.
Yeah. So this triggers after we draw.
Yes, you're guaranteed at least 3 2/2.
At least 3. Okay, so that's 6 power for 6 mana. That's fine already.
Sure.
And I milled and probably made my opponents lose, and that's like bare minimum.
Yeah.
Right? I could get 8 power, 10 power, 12 power, 20 power.
Yes.
Chapter 3. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control that's a zombie or a mutant.
Dang.
So all my zombies can has big.
Yes.
This is a win con.
Vault 22, the Necropolis, also in the game.
Vault 12.
Vault 12. Isn't that what I said? What did I say? Vault 15?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
22.
Vault 12, the Necropolis, is where the mutants, the guys with no noses, that's where they came from. They were slowly like radiationed over the course of decades and decades, and eventually they became these like radioactive ghouls that crawled out of this Necropolis.
Not good for business.
They started off very, very angry and were like really feral, but then some of the feral ghouls, and then like there's regular ghouls, they're just people who were all messed up from radiation. Then there's feral ghouls who want to just wreck your ass.
Feral ghouls. Tell me what you think about VATS. This is a card that got previewed relatively early, and everybody was super, super hard for it.
Instant for black 2.
Yes.
Split second.
That's pretty good. Return. So when this is on the stack, nothing else can be put onto the stack until this resolves.
Choose any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Destroy them. It's pretty cool.
So all the guys that are the same size all die.
Yeah, just kill them.
But also, like, if there's only one guy that's got like 3 toughness that's got to go,
you get
then you just only get that.
I think it's cool.
But the point is, for 4 mana, you get 1 guy. Is that good though?
No.
I guess you got to get a bunch, right?
Got to get 2.
You got to get 2.
You got to get at least 2. I think I would pay for an instant that kills 2 guys. 4 is fine.
4 is fine because instant that kills 2 that costs 3 makes me lose 5 life in Lord of Tressorhorn.
That's right. Whereas now it will make you lose none.
So might play that.
That's a good card.
Moving on to red.
Got
any reddies?
Bottle clap blast.
I had this one too, man.
It's cap. So Red 4 instant, improvise. You can tap artifacts to reduce the colorless cost of the set.
No, to help pay.
To help pay. So
Yes.
it's whatever.
Same thing.
I can't say the fucking name. Bottle Clap Blast deals 5 damage to it.
No.
I know.
Bottle clap ass.
Bottle Clap Ass. Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you. That's what I was going for the whole time. Just didn't even know it. Bottle Clap Ass. I said Bottle Cap Ass. Doesn't matter. Deals 5 damage to any target. If excess damage was dealt this way to a permanent, create that many tapped treasure tokens.
So if I get your 1/1 with my thing,
You make 4 treasure.
so I get my money back on rebate.
Yes.
I get to clap cheeks on rebate.
That's right.
Oh, that's the only thing I want to do with this bottle clap ass is cheeks.
Cheeks.
Just
Clap cheeks.
Llanowar elf cheeks.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yes.
It's basically a ramp spell if you have some artifacts.
Oh, you have a ramp spell that gives you less mana than you paid for it at 5 mana.
Not if you've tapped some artifacts.
I suppose, yeah. I'll just tap my soul ring for fucking 1 mana instead of 2. That's because I'm good at magic.
Let me talk about one that I really like. Megaton's Fate. We've talked about how you can nuke the town if you want, and it either kills the annoying person or doesn't kill the annoying person, and it doesn't kill the annoying person. Red 5 for a sorcery. Destroy target artifact to create 4 treasure tokens. Whatever. Or it deals 8 damage to each creature, and each player gets 4 red counters.
Oh, yeah, 4 red counters.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's going directly into Terrelf.
So 8 damage to each creature, and probably, again, on rebate, so over the course of a little bit, probably 4. Well, I guess over time, it's going to get 4 damage, because you have to take damage to get rid of your rad counters, right?
That's right.
So really, it's 8 and 4.
Yep.
It's just over time 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
That's a good card.
That's pretty good.
And in Terrelf, it's even better.
Yeah.
It basically just says win the game on it.
Yeah, no, I got one. I got one that says basically win the game.
Okay.
Junk Jet.
Junk Jet.
Yeah. It's like Joan Jet, except junk.
Okay. He's pointing it the wrong way.
Okay.
He's using it like it's a gun, but it's not a jet. Whatever. What's the card?
Junk Jet, yeah. He should put his wiener in it. Like at the hot tub when you're in elementary. Just me?
Just you.
Okay. Well, I'll read it. Okay. Equipment for red 1 equips for 1. When Junk Jet enters the battlefield, create a junk token. Sure. I don't care. 3. Sacrifice another artifact. Double equipped creature's power until end of turn. You can do that. You can do that 2 times or 3 times if you want. I'm going to make Lord of Tressorhorn a 20 power. Nope, 40. Nope, 80. Yes. Okay, got any more red? I talked about Powder Ganger before, and that's he's good.
No. You know what? I don't. I like the art on Wild Wasteland. Mm-hmm. Because it's got like aliens abducting a cow. But that's about as far as I go in red.
It says skip your draw step. I'm listening. Right?
Well, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library you can play on this turn.
Yeah, it's like Chaos Draw 2, but you can't draw your regular one. The card is fine.
There's nothing wrong with it, but...
And in red, Enchantress at 3, that's pretty good. By turn 3, if you're double drawn, it's pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not too bad.
Moving on to green.
Moving on to green.
And I have a question about Rampaging Yogi?
Sure.
Is that like a Yogi Bear reference? It's a bear and it's Yao Guy?
Yao Guai? I honestly don't know.
It's got to be a Yogi Bear thing because it's a bear and Yao Guy is too close.
It sounds very bear-like.
The card's good. It's
pretty cool.
It's not a 2/2 for 2, but it is a 2/2 bear mutant for green X. Vig, trample. Enters the battlefield with X+1 counters on it because of course it does, because bears are hydras in Fallout Mutate Land.
Yep.
When Rampaging Yao Guy enters the battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts and or enchantments with total mana value X or less.
So it kills all the treasures just for it coming into play.
Yes.
And then...
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
The junks, the scraps, the treasures, the clues.
The bloods, everything. Maps.
Gets them all. It gets all the soul rings. It gets all the 2 mana rocks. If you pay 5, pay 5 total for it, it gets all the 2s. 6 gets all of the mana rocks, basically.
Yes.
And
most of the really good equipments, too.
Yes, you're right. And that's investing 6 mana total, and it would be a X would equal 3, so it would be a 5/5 vigilance trample for 6 that destroys basically everything.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a pretty good card.
Earlier on, you talked about new Ancestral Mask.
Yeah.
Let's just talk
This is on my list.
actual new Ancestral Mask in Strong Back.
Strong back.
So it's an enchantment aura. 2 and a green. Enchant creature, equip abilities you activate that target enchanted creatures cost 3 less to activate. So now you're putting swords on them for free.
Yes.
You're putting Junk Jet on them for free.
Oh, I love junk jetting.
Aura spells you cast that target the enchanted creature cost 3 less.
That's pretty good.
So if you want to put an additional Strong Back on it somehow, cost green.
Oh, if I wanted to put Ancestral Mask on it, cost green.
Just green.
That's pretty good.
But wait.
If I wanted to put Diplomatic Immunity on it, no, don't do that. Actually, that would be bad.
That'd be bad. But point taken.
Yeah.
Point taken. Because there's more. The card does have another line of text on it that says enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it.
Oh, that's good. That's Aura Gnarlid. That's a card. Aura Gnarlid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the card.
Tis.
This card's good.
No shit.
This card, yeah.
Yeah, this card will beat the shit out of you.
With its back.
Yes,
I
just
don't know
by
how
being
that
strong.
happens.
Strong back means you're not encumbered by having too much weight. It's another perk from the game.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. I got one that's a holdover from Lord of the Rings. The gaffer had too much radiation. Now he's Tato Farmer.
Now he's the Tato Farmer.
It's the same guy. I'm convinced. It's the same guy. You can't tell me it's not. And you know that I like to connect mechanics and flavor and kind of the overarching themes from set to set to set because it like directs new players in what to do.
Sure.
Yeah, you built the Hobbit and Gaffer Gamgee deck. Now you got Tato Farmer. He's going straight in. Boil him, mash him, stick him up your ass. With some radiation sauce on there.
No, let's talk about
Let's give him a read. Give him a read first.
Then we're going to talk about the big fail. Tato Farmer 1/4 for green 2 landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may get 2 rad counters.
May.
May.
I get them myself though, so that's why I may.
And then you can tap it to put target land from a graveyard that was milled this turn into play under your control tapped.
And when I do that, I would landfall to put potentially more into my graveyard.
Next time. But yes.
Yeah, for the next time he becomes untapped.
That's right.
This card, I think, is going to see play in lands decks.
I think he's cool.
And Muldrotha decks. Like, I'm thinking now, as soon as we got in the last set, we got the elf shaman or whatever that lets us Splendid Wreck as an activated ability.
Yep.
Now we've got 2 Splendid Wrecks and something like this that sort of acts as a Crucible of Worlds with a landfall trigger on a creature. Like, this card is good. And if you care, I think that Gaffer Gamgee was also a peasant. I think.
But he's holding a tomato and not a potato.
Tomato, potato.
Those things matter, Ryan. Those things, if you're talking about art direction and all that shit, those things matter.
I thought you were setting me up for a potato. I should have, you know what I should have said? Potato, tomato. Oh, I missed it.
Too late.
But you know what? At least, you know what? We're confident enough in our missing jokes to put it out there on the internet.
We are.
To take ownership of it.
2 more green cards.
Sure.
Watchful Radstag. 2/2 for 3 with Evolve. Whenever it evolves, you make a token copy of it. I like that.
Yeah, I saw this one. I'm like,
I don't think it's broke as hell, but I do enjoy it. And if I find one, I am going to find a deck for it. I just think it's a fun card. I think it is. I like it. And I want to play it. I want to see it in decks. I want to see it make a little wall of dudes. And I think the picture on it is cool too. Got a bunch of deer with 2 heads, but only 1 antler per head.
Yes.
Excellent.
I like the card almost perfect. It makes enchanted creature base power and toughness a 9 out of 10. Should alter that to 7 out of 10 and just give it to people in the nation.
Nah, too expensive.
Too expensive.
Too many dollars. Let's talk about a card that I really, really want. I want this for Tana the Butt Sewer so bad.
Well rested.
It hurts my feelings that I don't own one. It's an enchantment for green 1.
It's not even out yet, Brando.
It came out today.
Oh,
came out today.
Okay, we'll get on it.
I should have picked it up after work, but alas, couldn't do it. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature becomes untapped, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Then gain 2 life. Then draw a card.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, it's kind of like whenever you untap your dude, you great henge it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, like mini one guy Great Henge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I like that card a lot. A lot. And I want to put it on Tana so I can make more saps.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the record, Gaffer Gamgee is a peasant.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, check out Atomize. You like this one? Instant, green, black, 2, destroy target non-land permanent, good line of text, proliferate.
Meh. Play Assassin's Trophy, cost 2.
I suppose, yeah. Are you on the frickin' everything needs to cost 2 or it's not good in Commander train? Come on, I thought this was Commander Cookout, not Command Zone.
Nope, but I just think that there's a card that does essentially this exact thing at the same speed for half the mana.
Oh, yeah. Proliferate isn't worth it to you?
And I don't think that the Proliferate is worth having to dump that much resources into killing a single problem permanent. And I mean, let's do the Commander Cookout thing. Play both. No! Play both. But if you only got room for one, I would argue that Assassin's Trophy might be a better, and I'll bet you monetarily, an equal option.
Yep.
So it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think it's going to be I'm not going to be cutting a bunch of other stuff for it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I got 2 more.
Okay.
I got 2 more. First one, Nuka-Cola vending machine.
Hell yeah.
This is an artifact for 3. It goes 1, tap, create a food, which is fine. And whenever you sack a food, create a tapped treasure.
I like that.
That is resource fiddly, artifact, dirtily management. Learn how to work dice and tokens and counters, people, because I think this is a card we're going to see in decks that go right along with frickin' Academy Manufactor, because we're going to make that treasure, then we're going to just get another food.
Yeah.
And we're going to cycle them. And like, if we've got a way to untap that treasure when it ETBs, like, what is it, Sundial of the Infinite, or Unwinding Clock on each buddy's turn.
Amulet of Vigor.
Amulet of Vigor. I think that only works with lands, though, don't it?
I don't know.
Well, think of Unwinding Clock, right? And I'm going to untap that treasure, then I can use the treasure to sacrifice the food to get another treasure if I've got both the Nuka-Cola vending machine and the manufactor.
Yep.
Right? And that's just going to be a thing that's going to happen each turn, and people are going to utilize or take advantage or weaponize artifact ETB, artifact sacrifice, and that's going to be just another cog in the machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I got one more card, and then I think you had some stuff to say about the bobbleheads.
I'm excited about the bobbleheads.
Okay. I've got, and I think this is a real card.
Okay.
This is Silver Shroud Costume.
Oh, yeah. Not the one I thought you were going to say?
No, well, you can read the one that you thought I was going to say after I read this one.
Yeah, man.
This is an equipment for 2 that has flash. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is, it's very Mithril Coat. Already.
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
And that's a real card. That's a real freaking good card.
Sure is.
When Silver Shroud Costume enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. This is literally Mithril Coat.
Yes.
That creature gains Shroud until end of turn, and equipped creature can't be blocked.
So it's kind of a counter spell.
Yes.
That then turns into unblockable on a dude.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes. Counter spell and frickin' unblockable. Man, this is a good card. At 2 mana, every freaking color can play Counterspell now.
Damn it.
Yes. Counterspell if you're targeting my creature.
Yes.
Yes.
But mine as well. I mean, you get it.
Which card do you thought I was going to say?
Pip-Boy 3000.
Oh, yeah, this card's good too.
Cool card. It's an equipment for 1. It equips for 2. When equipped creature attacks, you get one of the following 3 abilities. Draw a card, then discard a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature, or untap up to 2 target lands.
That's good.
It
gives you lots of options. Reminiscent of Umezawa's Jeet.
Yes.
Not as good.
No.
Because, hey, I'm gonna say it again, and people are gonna yell at me on the internet. Umezawa's Jeet, top 5 artifacts all time.
Absolutely.
And this is not that, but reminiscent of, because when it attacks, not deals damage, attacks, I'm gonna get things that actually matter. Draw and discard, +1 on just that creature, but sure. Or untap land, so this could give me mana back.
I could slap this thing on Norin the Wary and get value out of it. That's how cool that card is.
Oh, could you?
Yeah, because Norin just has to attack.
Oh.
And then he fucks off and the Pip-Boy falls off and he comes back later and puts it back on.
I suppose it does. Too bad you can't equip at instant speed, because then you could use your untapped lands to re-equip.
Yeah. Alas. But you know what? It's a cool card. I really like it.
That lets you draw 2 cards a turn in Norin.
Yeah. That's why
Or
I like it.
C2 cards, because you got to discard one.
One of them's probably a fucking land anyway.
Most likely.
God damn it.
Yeah, how many lands you playing there? 14 now? 14? You still draw them all
I
every
think
game?
I'm down to 8, and they're always in my opening hand. Every one of them, damn it. Piece of garbage.
Okay, bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads. I love anything that has to do with if you have this many of a certain thing,
Yes.
and it's a very specific thing. I like these bobbleheads, and they all do something cool. They're all 3 mana rocks,
Yep.
so they're all manaliths, so Dana Roach is already on board.
Oh, yeah.
And then they all have some kind of benefit, i.e. the strength bobblehead. Tap 3, and put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of bobbleheads you have.
How many bobbleheads did we get?
7.
We got 7 in the set.
Yes.
We could potentially see more in future Fallout Secret Layers as the secret card, or as the regular like bobblehead one. That would be good if we got a whole secret layer of them.
That'd be
then
neat.
up us to like 10 or 11 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty cool.
How many are there?
I'm picturing the picture like you told me not to on the pre-show.
Yeah.
I think there's 15 or 16.
Oh man,
There's a high number.
Can you imagine if we got all of them?
Oh, that'd be good.
That would be good in the bobblehead deck.
That'd be very good in the bobblehead deck. It's not like they're worthless cards, and they all do something cool.
Yeah, they're only worthless if I freaking cast a Blasphemous Act.
Nah, Blasphemous Act wouldn't kill them
Why not?
because they're not dudes.
They're artifacts.
Yeah, they're not dudes.
I said the wrong thing.
Shadowstorm.
Vandalblast.
Vandal Blast.
I knew it
Get
had a
him, yeah.
blaster in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Cheek clapper.
And one of them even says win the game on it.
Yeah.
Roll X 6-sided dice, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Create a tapped treasure token for each even result. If you rolled 6 exactly 7 times, win the game.
So I would need to have all 7 bobbleheads out.
Yahtzee, baby.
Or clones of them and get 7 6s.
Correct.
Is that ever going to happen to anybody ever?
No.
You know, that's what we said about Maze's End.
Well, yeah, but then they took 3 or 4 or 5 sets
Oh, balls
to put
that.
more gates
Balls
in.
that, man. I won with Maze's End when there was 10 gates. Back in my day, I won with 10 gates.
Wasn't your deck 74 land and
10 of them were gates.
Yeah.
74 land and 86 of them were gates.
it wasn't it 70? Wasn't it just what is it? Ad nauseum mana bond?
Ad nauseum gate bond.
Like
That's a good combo. That's a freaking good combo.
you could have ad nauseum to any instant wind thing in your deck. The fact that it happened to be gates.
No.
Like it's,
Speaking of land, I got one land I want to talk about.
okay.
It's Diamond City.
Yeah.
This card is good. Okay, so Diamond City enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it.
cool.
So if it would be dealt damage or destroyed,
Yes.
remove the shield counter from it instead.
Yep.
Okay. Taps for colorless. Okay. Tap. Move a shield counter from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate this ability only if there are 2 or more entered. If 2 or more and creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Oh man,
Yes.
that was difficult. Okay. So like I could put this on my commander kind of mid game.
Yeah.
At the cost of like taking a land off. Like taking a mana out of a land for 1 turn.
Yeah.
Like on turn, let's say I cast my commander on turn 3 or 4, and then on turn 5 or 6, where I go like creature, you know, that turn where you kind of move into your mid game and say, okay, utility guy and something that's going to further my strategy, bang, bang, get them both, and now I'm on board.
Yep.
Diamond City, make my guy have a shield counter.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that this card is going to play a pivotal role in decks that it is in
Yes.
when it's on the battlefield.
Yes, I would put this into Muxus for sure,
Yep.
just to keep my dudes alive.
Yep.
And
I
I
would
think there's
l-
lots of decks that are like that that'll do the same thing.
I think I would like to put it into Bruvac because A, it's monocolor, and B, he usually gets. You know what? No, I don't know if I would. I don't know where it's going to play a role, actually. I was thinking about decks that I would put it in. Ultimately, any deck that plays a commander.
Yes.
Okay.
Any of my decks that have commanders that I give a shit about in, I will play this because it's good.
Yes.
And that is good.
Hey, okay, last one for real. What about like Helios 1 or Junktown or Mariposa Military Base? Are any of these any good?
Mariposa Military Base goes in the Rad Counter deck.
Sure.
Junktown is not good. Helios 1 will go into the energy decks that will be built and will do just fine there. But I don't think any of them are game warping or game changing in the way that Diamond City is.
These are very much classic utility lands.
Yeah.
You put them in the deck to provide utility for the specific strategy, junk token, energy, or rad counter.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are neat.
I think Mariposa Military Base would be good in Brewback because I might want to mill myself. I got some Graveyard Getter backers, and draw a card on a land is something I already play in that deck.
You got to get yourself a bunch of rad counters, though. Others tossing you 6 to draw 1 card. And you're not milling yourself with it.
Yeah, I already play the Temple of Araska. It's
Does that give you rad counters?
5 tap, draw a card, but only City's Blessing. So this has got to be better than that. Don't you think? 5 tap, draw a card, but it costs less if I got rad?
I guess. I guess it does
because
give
it
you
gives
2
you,
rad counters.
gives you 2 if I do it like late game, and then I can tap it for 3.
Yeah.
And at end of your turn, tap it for 3, draw a card or whatever, and then mill myself. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. Okay, I'm just spitballing on the show.
So overall, I think we're still at a position where I can ask you this question.
Sure.
Overall, at the end of the show here,
Yeah, I'm ready.
do you like Fallout better than Doctor Who?
Yes.
You think there's more stuff in here for your Magic playing mind than Doctor Who?
The way that I build decks, the trajectory that my Magic deck building mind travels in or on, the types of cards, the art direction, caring about the story or finding the imagery interesting, all of those things win compared to Doctor Who.
Fair point.
Everything about the set I like better.
Wow. Every single thing?
I think so.
Does it make you interested to watch the show or play a game?
A little bit it does. And
Ooh.
not only because of the imagery and the top-down type of design that I recognize and can parse through. I know nothing about Doctor Who and nothing about Fallout, but looking at the Doctor Who stuff and timey-wimey, I'm like, is this about time? Is it about space? Is it both? I have no idea. But radiation and some zombie guy in a vault, fuck, I get it. Right? Yep. I get it. And I get it. They're both science fiction, but this one I get. And I say that as one thing. The other thing about Fallout being a series as well that's coming up, maybe Rebecca would watch that with me. Maybe I can sit down and watch that with my wife and actually spend time with her. Because I freaking hate all the shows she watches.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a cool show. I'm putting myself out there when I say that because I don't usually like the new shows, but I really do think this one's going to be good.
Are you Watsy shilling?
Nope. This show has nothing to do with Watsy. They have nothing to do with the damn show. That's why it's going to be good.
I'm putting out a poll. Is Brando think that this is going to be an actually good show, or is he just shilling for Watsy? That's the poll.
Me shilling for Watsy?
And all of CCO Nation is going to troll you.
Well, yeah, they're going to... Yeah, so F y'all. All right? The show's going to be good, and you're going to watch it too, and you know that. So just get with it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you think I can watch it with my kid? It's like out there?
Everywhere I go out here, somebody's trying to kill me. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I'm not going to try and kill you. And then his hands turn into buzzsaws. I'm just going to harvest your organs.
Oh, leave you alive, grow new ones, and I'll harvest those ones again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fallout's
maybe not a 6-year-old type show.
No, it's not. There's a perk in the game called like Bloody Mess.
Uh-oh.
So whenever you kill somebody, they just blow into pieces.
Gross.
There's arms and legs and brains
like
and
corpse
shit everywhere.
explosion on Diablo 2.
Just like that.
Yeah,
exactly like
the
that.
corpse explosion necro doing cow levels.
Yeah.
Man, I just freaking nostalgia'd the hell out of some people. They even know the sound.
Overall, I think that this set is another win. Yes, there are some things about it that I personally find to be distasteful, but it's a great set. Really cool cards. More than worth it to pick it up. Even Ryan likes it.
I don't know what those things are, so to me, they're not distasteful. Is this what it feels like to be you?
Yes.
This is frickin' Brian and Rando from DDO.
I know. Where are we at even?
Man, I even came up with the clap cheeks joke.
That's what is happening in life. It's Fiddle Faddle Land.
Oh, man.
If you would like to leave Fiddy Faddle Land and enter the wasteland of America or whatever other city you happen to be fallouting from, you can check out fusiongamingonline.com, pick out all your Fallout stuff, all your rad counter stuff, all your regular Magic stuff, or other gaming supplies and things. They have all the stuff that you could possibly need.
Don't buy the Lord of the Rings stuff that I need.
Yeah, don't.
Because I need it.
Yeah, don't do that. Ryan will get very upset. It's it's really sad to see.
It's borderline
honestly.
a crisis.
Yes, it's. I've never seen him get more upset than when somebody scoops something off of his wish list before he can get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the truth. It's bad, guys. Also, if you're in the Saskatchewan, Western Canada area, check out Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They make great stuff. They're the second coolest people to come out of Regina, and they're the official beer sponsor of CCO Sidewalk Slam Season 2 on YouTube. Next episode comes out on the 15th of March, which is a week from right now that we're recording and a few days from right now when you're listening.
Yes.
Fallout's a great set. We're a great show. You're a great audience, and we're going to prove that we're a great show for a great audience next week on the next exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!